허공을 떠도는 자 그 먼지처럼 작은 먼지처럼.
Do you like Spring Day? It's probably most ARMY's favorite BTS song. But have you heard about the sad and inspiring story behind it? Spring Day was released back in 2017, but it's still very close to ARMY's hearts. In fact, it keeps on resurrecting on the charts whenever there's a BTS comeback. It is Queen Spring Day indeed. Spring Day is about longing for someone, longing for a lost friend. You might have heard the sad story that probably inspired this song. Let me just remind you of it and add something that will make you more emotional. According to some fans, this song could be inspired by the Sewol Ferry Tragedy. In April 16, 2014, Sewol Ferry carrying 476 people on board sank in southwestern island of Jindo Coast and killed 304 people. What's even more sad about it was that 250 of them were teenagers. They were from Dawan High School in Ansan, who were in their school trip to Jeju. It is said that the ferry was overloaded with more than 3,600 tons of cargo. Back then, the tragedy was not revealed for some political reasons. 3 years later, it was only then when the vessel was finally raised up by the Korean government in March 23, 2017. BTS released Spring Day about a month before. Because of that, a lot of theories came out relating the song to the tragedy. What's even more touching was how BTS members and Bang Hyuk actually helped the families of the victims. It was only revealed recently, 6 years after the incident. The Hankyoreh reporter Kim Kyung-wook revealed how BTS's name unexpectedly came out when he interviewed bereaved families last April. Wouldn't the real key to BTS's success be comfort and hope? It was this past April, while interviewing the bereaved families ahead of the 6th anniversary of the Sewol Ferry disaster, there was an unexpected name that came out of their mouths. The story goes like this. In 2014, about 200 days after the tragedy, young people came to see them. They burned the incense with courtesy and comforted the families before leaving. The families said they also donated 100 million Korean won to the Families Association. The young people who came to see the bereaved families were an idol group just 2 years into their careers called BTS. The families explained that Bang Hyuk, CEO of Big Hit Entertainment, was also present with them. The family said they were so very grateful that they came to see them despite knowing there was a blacklist being formed against cultural figures and various disadvantages being imposed by the government with regard to the Sewol Ferry disaster. That's why these bereaved families have been pervertently praying and cheering for their future. Perhaps it's only natural and to be expected that after that day, they want them, who came to comfort those who were drowning in sorrow, to be singers who are loved more than anyone else. The report also mentioned the government-level cultural blacklist. The 60-page document called the Blacklist was only made public until April 2018. The list includes over 9,000 artists who were excluded from state funding for criticizing former President Park Geun-hye's response to the Sewol sinking. Knowing the risk of being blacklisted and the fact that they were still struggling rookies back then, BTS and Bang Hyuk still managed to help the families. This only shows how kind-hearted people they are even from the beginning. They are not only helping people but also giving out hope and inspiration to everyone. How do you feel about this story? Let me know in the comment section below.
불타오르네.